What's good, everyone? We be back with another video. I'll be doing the same thing as I did with the previous two videos, where I'm going through another Planeswalker deck that's already built. If you haven't caught on, the only mono Planeswalker deck that wasn't built already when I decided to do this series was my mono blue. So this is my mono black deck. Which there are quite a lot of mono black Planeswalkers that I could have done, such as Liliana and Sorin, for example, two of the more popular ones. But because I bought this one pre-built and had modified it a little bit, I went with this one instead of making a whole new one, and that is Nixilis. As I mentioned in my Nisa one, I bought Nixilis versus Nisa, or Nisa versus Nixilis, however it is. Got this little guy. So Nixilis reignited. That's the main Planeswalker theme. He's a 5 mana, 5 loyalty Planeswalker Nixilis. His +1 says you draw a card and you lose a life. His -3 says destroy target creature. His -8 says whenever an opponent gets an emblem with... target opponent gets an emblem with whenever a player draws a card, you lose 2 life. Solid Planeswalker. He's honestly one of my favorites from a pre-built. So, without further ado, let's get into the rest of this deck. Alright, so this is another one that has 2 Planeswalkers in it so far. Some of the other ones might get another one. So I also have Nixilis, the Hate Twisted, which is another 5 mana, 5 loyalty. That is weird how that worked out. Legendary Planeswalker Nixilis from War of the Spark. He's one of the uncommon Planeswalkers. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Nixilis, the Hate Twisted, deals 1 damage to that player. And then -2, destroy target creature. His controller draws 2 cards. So, here's that guy. And then I've got Defeat. And then Innocent Blood. Sightless Ghoul, which is another one that I put in here. Carrier Thrall. Erebos's Emissary. Disfigure. See, and I haven't really used this deck, so I honestly don't have favorites, quote unquote, other than like the Planeswalkers are really solid. Blister Grub. Oh, actually I changed my mind. This one's pretty cool. It's called Demon's Grasp. It's a 5 mana black sorcery. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn, which is definitely fitting for an Nixilis deck. And then I've got Undying Evil in here. Quest for the Grave Lord, which isn't bad. I'll give it that. Oh, actually, this one's pretty cool. Tendrils of Corruption. 4 mana, black instant. Tendrils of Corruption deals X damage to target creature, and you gain X life, where X is the number of swamps you control. So that one's pretty cool, pretty solid. Hideous End. And then Doomblade. Ordeal of Erebos, which is another one I put in here. Font of Return, which I believe I also put in here. I think I was trying to turn this into an Erebos deck originally, and then I decided to leave it as just a mono black Nixilis deck. And then I've got Smallpox. Then Grim Discovery, which is also really cool. It's a 2-mana black sorcery. Choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or return target land card from your graveyard to your hand. So that one's pretty cool. Fortuitous Find, which is also really cool. Choose one or both, and instead of land, it's an artifact, so return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand, or return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So that's pretty cool. Murderous Compulsion. Gisa's Bidding. Altar's Reap. Myers Toll. Oh, I like this one's pretty cool too. So it's called Demon's Horn. It's a 2-mana colorless artifact. Whenever a player casts a black spell, you may gain 1 life. I always like this one and the other color variants. I think there might even be a colorless variant, but I'm not 100% certain, I'll be honest. Shadow of the Past, which isn't a bad one. Rancid Rats. You know, a while back, before I started my YouTube channel, I decided to make a rat deck. And it's a mono black rat deck. And actually, it's not even that bad. Maybe I'll show y'all one of these times. But the next one is Balaged Scorpion. And then Sibsig Icebreakers. Right there. And then Cadaver Imp, which is really nice. Wandering Tomb Shell, which is a nice big blocker. And then Squelching Leeches, probably one of my favorite creatures in here, is a 4-mana star creature leech. Its power and toughness are both equal to the number of swamps you control. So that's always nice. And then Ring of Zathrid, another really good one. It's a 2-mana colorless artifact equipment. Equip cost for 1. You can tap 2, regenerate equip creature. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1 counter on equip creature if it's black. Right there. Then Giant Scorpion. Then Moonglove Winnower. Not bad. And then Fetid Imp, which isn't bad. And unlike the Nisa deck, this one only has one special land that came with it. And it's called the Lich Ridden Swamp. It's a land swamp, so you could tap it for black. Enters the battlefield tapped, and then tap a black, tap it. Each opponent loses 1 life. Activate this ability only if you control 2 or more black permanents. And then the rest of them are just swamps. Honestly, when I originally got this one, I only bought Nisa versus Nixilis for the Nisa deck, I'll be honest. But I decided to keep the Nixilis one with changing some of them because I didn't like what some of them did, obviously. Why else would you change a deck? But that being said, please, if you like this content, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, go follow my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/LordWeebius. Hope to see you there. And that's about it. See ya.